Hello everyone and welcome to today's class on the Yoni Mudra. Now, Yoni means womb. So this is a womb mudra. It can be practiced by anyone as it really stimulates that sacral chakra right below the belly button. But what is the sacral chakra? The sacral chakra deals with sex and sexuality, passion and creativity. It is a feminine chakra, so it has to do with our ability to receive, to feel valued, to know our worth, to feel safe and comfortable and confident in our own bodies. Now, the Yoni Mudra as a whole is just incredibly beneficial. It helps to balance your neurological function, so it creates calm and peace and tranquility in that mental space. It improves your nervous system. It stimulates pranic flow throughout the entire body by stimulating that kundalini energy. It also helps with any kind of reproductive issues, as the Yoni Mudra improves fertility. So if you're looking to create a family, or if you're experiencing any fertility issues, you and your partner can both practice this to help release any blocks that might be inhibiting your conception. It also really does help if you're experiencing any kind of symptoms or issues with your uterus, your fallopian tubes, if you suffer from cysts, endometriosis, fibroids, sporadic periods, heavy and painful periods. It really does help to heal and balance your body systems and functions and align your menstrual cycles. It increases feminine energy in the body. And what is feminine energy? That is that receptive energy, your ability to receive anything, help, support, love, creativity into your life. And because it governs that sacral chakra, it stimulates creative expression, transformation, and your ability to experience pleasure. This is a wonderful mudra. It is suggested to practice this mudra in the morning for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, there are some disclaimers with this mudra. People who suffer from chronic depression, bipolar disorder, high blood pressure, or extreme stress should avoid this mudra, as it can cause overheating of the body, heart palpitations, and aggravate heavy emotions such as anger. Now, outside of that, always make sure whenever you're practicing any kind of mudra or pranayama that you are in a peaceful and grounded state to receive the best benefits. So make sure before you practice, you've taken time to decompress and center yourself so you can jump into a short meditation or pranayama alongside your mudra. Now, let's jump into how we do this and how we can best come into a position that allows for the ultimate flow of energy in the body. Now, for this mudra, it is suggested that you are sitting up straight with your spine erect, especially because it's stimulating that kundalini energy. So we want the energy to flow up and down the spine uninhibited. So if you perhaps suffer from bad posture, I would suggest a straight back chair, or like I prefer, sitting on the ground with your back against the wall. If you need to prop up a pillow underneath your tailbone to help keep your spine straight, even better. I find that to be much more comfortable. Now, when you see the Yoni Mudra, you might come across a few different variations. So let me show you the most popular and the one that to me is the most comfortable. We are going to be stimulating the elements of air and fire with these meridians, so it really does help to heal the physical and the emotional body. So let's get started. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be folding the pinky, the ring finger, and the middle down. Okay, we're going to be touching the knuckles together so they're flat. You can see them flat together. Now we're going to touch the pointer fingers together and the thumb together, and we're just going to turn it upside down and towards the belly button. Do you see that? Let's try this again. Let's all release. You can fold the pinky, the ring finger, and the middle finger and touch the knuckles together so they're flat against each other. You're going to touch the pointer finger and the thumb, and you're going to invert your hands so it looks like a very gentle upside down triangle. We don't want this triangle tight like a diamond. We're relaxing it over the belly button. Now, if you like to, you can relax a little bit lower over the womb right here, so it's resting comfortably. But please do not have your shoulders up or your ears trying to hold it up. Relax everything down and allow it to just lay in your lap over your low abdomen. Another variation is to gently interlock the last three fingers. So instead of the knuckles laying flat and flush against each other, you're going to insert your fingers in between one another to make a very gentle interlock. Some people find this more comfortable when holding the mudra. So when it's upside down, instead of being flush together, they're just slightly inserted and holding on to one another. It really depends on your level of comfortability. You're still going to stimulate the same meridians. I find that the one that is less distracting to you is the one to go with. So if you find that keeping your fingers flush together just feels a lot more calmer, or if you feel that interlocking those last 3 fingers allows you to hold the position better, go for it. Go with what feels right for you. Now remember, we're not putting any tension in this position, so we're not pushing our thumbs or our forefingers flat. We are relaxed. We're not locking our fingers tight. It is a gentle interlock or a very gentle flush. We're not pushing our knuckles hard against one another. It is a very gentle pressure on the meridian points, resting below the belly button, and allowing yourself to breathe for 10 to 15 minutes. Now, when you do this mudra, just like any mudra, just like any pranayama, we must diaphragmic breathe. So make sure that we are inhaling through the abdomen, through the rib cage, until we fill up close to the chest, and then we exhale from the chest, down the rib cage, down the abdomen. Now, I say this all the time, but if you're new to this, remember to place your hands on your rib cage and practice this first. So as you inhale, we're inhaling down to the low lung. So when we do that and we breathe in, it expands the rib cage and the belly. So it kind of pushes out. And as you exhale, it contracts. The belly button pulls back towards the spine. All right. We do this because prana comes in on the inhalation. In order to stimulate the energy through the meridians, we need to have this deeper breath work versus a very shallow chest breathing. So just make sure that you are relaxed, that you're breathing correctly through the diaphragm, that you hold the mudra gently right below the belly button or at the belly button point. Your shoulders are relaxed, your spine is erect, your eyes are closed, and you're just feeling and enjoying the peace, tranquility, and pranic flow through the body. Now, of course, if at any point you do this and you're feeling a little overheated, flushed, or aggravated, stop immediately and allow yourself to ground out and breathe. So just know your own body, listen to its cues. And mudras tend to create heat through the body anyways, but if you're feeling any discomfort, stop the mudra. Now, when we do this mudra, imagine that this position is pulling all of the heavy emotions that you're carrying in this very sensitive area and releasing it out through the root. This mudra does stimulate the root as well, so it helps us to pull and ground the energies into the earth for transmutation. This is a very common area to hold sexual and physical abuse. So if you've experienced any trauma in your life and you'd like to set a positive intention of, I choose to release this energy, or I choose to surrender this pain, or I choose to let go of what no longer serves me. That is even more powerful when using this mudra. So take your time and remember what we're doing here is we're allowing our body to bring up and release out these emotions so that it does not inhibit our physical functions. It does not block us from being creative or feeling safe to express ourselves. And it's allowing ourselves to move out of our mind so we can truly be present and experience pleasure and joy in our lives. Now, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear how this helps you, how this supports you. Remember, when you're doing any form of Eastern approaches, it does take time. So I would say give yourself 30 days. Practice this every morning for 10 to 15 minutes and let the mudra do its work and allow it to speak for itself. See what changes, see what opens up, see what helps you, and share your stories. You know how much I love this, and I will see you next week for next week's class. Take care.